Hi guys, you remember the bass we're working on? We need a few more parts to get it finished, so let's do that right now. So we have this cool black engraved. It's all black, but it's got a little bit of interesting design. You see the relief on there. Little control cavity guard there. That's going to replace the one that's on the guitar right now, on the bass. We of course need the proper pickguard. If you remember, we got sent the wrong one last time. We should have the right one this time. 4-string black, made for a Mexican Fender. And we need some strings. So we got our strings here, and let's put everything on this bass and see how she goes. Alright, now we're just getting these knobs off as best we can. This thing will focus, that'd be great. There we go. There's a bunch of ways to get these plastic knobs off. I just use the old twist the flathead method. And that one's on the floor. I do plan on using these knobs, so I don't want to break them. These actually felt pretty loose, at least this one is. Okay, for the select few viewers I have who've never changed one of these plates before, this is basically how easy it is. So we have our 3 potentiometers and we have our input jack. Or output jack, you know. Internet likes to complain. But yeah, so we take our new one, put it right over the rest of these guys, and then we congratulate ourselves for speaking too soon because these holes are too small. So I'm going to go ream this out. Good times. Okay, so we've got our piece all reamed out here. That's why you see it's all silver on the inside of all 3 of these holes. So now, like I was saying, we just push everything through. And then we bolt everything in place. By the way, my leg is covered in metal shavings right now from the routing, the reaming. For all you guys who work on your own custom instruments, you know that it's one problem after another normally, and this nut doesn't fit, so I'll be back. Alright, we got all these guys tightened down, raided my parts drawer, found the right size nut, which is, well, I'm always grateful to have a parts drawer. We're just going to screw this guy down, and then go and get that pickguard on. Oh, we'll probably put our knobs on first. Okay, it's pickguard time, and that's kind of the moment of truth because you remember the last one we had did not fit. So let's line this up and see if this one fits. Be super nice if it does. Oh, perfect. Looks like all the holes line up just as they should. Kaish. Kaish. Hard to see that. Kaish is the brand of this pickguard, and they threw in some screws with it, so since they are silver, we're going to use those. Always appreciate a brand who, they know they're making a cheap product, but they go the extra mile anyway. You know, no one expects them to, but that'll keep me from digging out some more of these chrome screws from my parts drawer. Always appreciate extra parts. My little buddy Percy up here is upset because I'm using his normal perch as my work table. This has always been my little work table in the living room, but he likes to sit on it. Hey, buddy. Alright, so let's get our knobs put on. That's a pretty simple process, obviously. Just turn it to 0. That's what I do anyway. Or in this case, 1. Press them down. That way when it turns up, it's on 10. Starting to look like a bass, guys. Pretty happy about that. And funny story, and things that always tend to go wrong. This one hole did not line up. I had to re-drill that. I did that off camera because, you know, everybody knows how to drill a hole, right? That one's a little loose. I'm going to have to try to spread that out. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get these frets polished because they can definitely use it. Do that, clean up this fretboard, and I also got a couple little string retainers. So we're going to put some black string retainers on in favor of the silver and then get these frets polished. He has now decided this is where he's going to lay down regardless. You silly kitty. Right on the base. Just get comfortable. Went ahead and replaced the string tree with a black one. I'm just getting these frets polished up before I put the strings on. Figured you guys would probably kick my ass if I didn't do this on camera. Nice. Now I'm just oiling the fretboard. There's a cat trying to help me. So I was wiping this off, being pissed that it was scratching so easy, and realized there was a second layer of plastic. And underneath is a darker, less scratch-prone pickguard. That is what we're looking for. Makes a lot more sense. I was like, why is this scratching when I'm touching it with a paper towel? 2 layers of plastic, that's why. Alright guys, our studio bass is looking good. We got the Babics all strung through now. We're about to get the strings on and get it set up. I think I will save you guys the pain of my long, tedious setup process for a bass, so I'll do that and see you when it's time to jam on it. Alright. So, I'm talking loud and kind of ridiculous because I know that mic doesn't pick up super well. But I think the bass came out really nice. Very much dig the tuners and the bridge and the pickups, of course. I think this little plate, I think I might change that out because it looks a little messy because it's so glossy and the engraving is real dense. Like the lines are all close together. It looks kind of like almost like a mess. But I'm thinking about having Daryl sandblast it and then doing my own kind of coppery kind of finish on it. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I really dig the bass. I hope you guys dig it. I think it sounds great. I think it's going to be a great studio player. It suffers from the Fender hump right here, so I need to level the frets a little bit, I think, and then I'll be able to get the action down just a little more. But yeah, I'm pretty darn stoked about it. We put DiMarzios in this thing. I probably should have replaced the pots, but they were working fine, so I didn't. We got a new plate. We got a new pickguard. We got new tuners. We got a new bridge. And it all started with this Goodwill Fender Mexican bass. So, future mods to it, I'm thinking about blacking out the fretboard. And I don't really like these white plastic dots, so I'm thinking about either blacking those out too, or maybe doing like a blue pearl, like the same kind of finish as this in the actual inlays. I think that might be cool if I black out the board and make those that same pearl color. Kind of interesting. I know, it's a real Fender jazz, And all these mods I'm doing are probably sacrilege to a lot of you purists out there, but I'm not a purist. I like to have things be the way I make them. And I think if you're watching this channel, you probably do too. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to enjoy my bass. You guys have a good week. And speaking of basses, don't forget we're giving away that crazy 3-fret bass, and there's still time to enter that contest. I think next weekend Daryl and I are going to pick a winner. Anyway, thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.